Hello again, and welcome back to Octopath Traveler. In this episode of Octopath Traveler, we're going to begin Cyrus Chapter 2. So, here's my current party lineup, and I did a bit of wandering around and getting some new equipment. Doing a few stealing a little bit. It's nothing too important, nothing really important at all. I avoid doing side quests so I can show them off myself. But I did do some scrutinizing and other things in the meantime, just to get a few things out of the way that weren't that important. And we are going to head on over all the way from Gold Shore to Quarry Crest. It didn't trigger. Okay. I was pretty sure it would activate as soon as I entered town after I loaded the game again, but it didn't do it this time for some reason. So we'll just head to the tavern. It must be in the next area. My party is definitely overleveled for this. Cyrus Chapter 2. Cyrus left the academy behind in search of the lost tome. From the far reaches of hell, its disappearance was a riddle wrapped in a mystery, a riddle that piqued his scholarly curiosity. Even suffering the indignity of losing his post was so small a price to pay for the opportunity of solving this fascinating puzzle. And so did Cyrus come to Quarry Crest to call upon an old colleague who just might have the answers he seeks. So this is Quarry Crest. It's hard to believe it's been the whole 10 whole years since Odette left the academy. And her house was, that's right, she left directions in her letter. Let's take another look. You have all the makings of a great scholar, Cyrus. But allow me to offer you a word of warning. For all your intellect, you have always been clumsy in matters of the heart. I know that your research is more important to you than anything, but you would do well to give some thought to how you treat the fairer sex. Oh boy. You're more handsome than you give yourself credit for. If you're not careful, you might find your words and actions misconstrued by those around you. I should have known better than to read that again. The first time I read it, I nearly fell over laughing. Now it seems almost prophetic. To think I'd be banished from that academy because of a trumped up scandal like that. I can just see Odette laughing at me the moment I read and mentioned it. But there's no point in worrying. I have to face her sooner or later, after all. I try to keep myself presentable, this is true. But is my face so truly so easy in the eyes? Oh, woe is me, doomed to never realize the full depth of my good looks and charisma. Wow. Professor, may I ask what that letter was about? It seemed most engrossing. Oh, that? It was a message warning me about women. Huh? Oh, I don't mean it in a bad way.
If you'll forgive
What
me.
I actually said was that I should be careful how I act towards women, lest I give cause for misunderstandings. Well, intelligence such as yours can be very attractive. Please, my dear, words such as attractive must be kept in reserve for those of great beauty, such as yourself. Oh, I think maybe that's the kind of thing the writer was talking about. You think so? But I was merely speaking my mind. Am I not allowed to tell a beautiful woman that she's just that? Well, sometimes you can, but maybe in your case you shouldn't. Tisk, I find this most difficult to understand. So his whole thing is about how it's exactly what Teresa said. How he is just so misunderstanding of women. Wow. West of here is the manse of Mr. Morlock, the landlord. Up on the other end is where the Scar lives.
Hello to you.
Anyhow, here we go. Here we are. Yes, all right there.
Anyhow,
It's been some time,
here we
Odette.
Yes, I'll be right there.
it's been some time, Odette.
You're still here. I guess I'm not suffering from fatigue-induced hallucinations after all.
Wow.
It's me, Odette, in the flesh. Good to see you as hale and hearty as ever.
And you're as insufferable as ever, no doubt. What are you waiting for? Come in already.
Don't mind if I do.
She's laughing.
How did I know that would be your reaction?
We were practically joined at the hip back in the day. Just watching you go about was fun in and of itself. I always had a hunch you'd end up in trouble with the ladies, but to think it would happen with the princess of all people. Somehow, you've managed to exceed even my wildest expectations.
By expelling me, they hope to protect Her Highness's good name. Needless to say, there's no truth in any of this.
Oh, of course. I'm sure it's all as you say. Her Highness and this Teresa are just your pupils. They have no romantic interest in you in the slightest. You're something else, Cyrus. it's a relief to find your powers of observation are as keen as ever. Well, did you come all this way just to entertain me? If so, congratulations on a job.
Save your congratulations for another time. I've come in search of a certain tome. Are you perchance familiar with From the Far Reaches of Hell?
A cheery title if I've ever heard one. I can tell you that it's a compendium of ancient rites and rituals. Not that I've read it myself, of course.
I know that much. I was hoping you could tell me more.
Not much more. It touches upon necromancy, I believe.
Necromancy?
Necromancy. That said, as to what extent, I know little.
Is that so?
Give me a break.
That's supposed to be flattery. Alright, just give me some time. As soon as I tackle the little pickle I'm dealing with at the moment, I'll do some investigating. Oh, a pickle, you say? Consider my interest piqued. I always took you for the type who could chew up and spell your problems before pickles they could become. Again, I find your flattery lacking. Anyhow, since you're here, perhaps I can put you to use. As it happens, a number of people have gone missing of late. Under suspicious circumstances, I presume? Under suspicious circumstances, I presume. Just so. Many, quite leery, seem to have been spirited away. One soul went to the neighborhood provisioner to buy some foodstuff and never returned.
Naturally.
Another turned a street corner only to vanish entirely, leaving his friend who was strong with him in disbelief. All told, 10 men and women have gone missing in such a fashion in the past half year. How curious indeed. Don't look so disappointed, you nut job.
Most intriguing.
Sabai, do you have any ideas? I'll ask her around. It would be imprudent to jump to conclusions without conducting an investigation. Great, thanks. I knew I could count on you. I'll look into that tome while you're away. A fair trade, I'd say. Though I dare say that having the opportunity to solve this particular puzzle is a reward in and of itself. It figures. Well, happy investigating. So we're doing her a favor, but I bet it will still tie into the main story. First, I should ask Odette where precisely the kidnappings have occurred. Chowbander. So, Professor, think you can solve the puzzle? Oh, definitely. I am very much looking forward to the challenge. Your enthusiasm certainly is charming, but don't you find the scholarly life to be exhausting sometimes? You must forgive me, but I don't see how it possibly could be. Well, you lot can never let mystery just be. You need to figure everything out. You realize there's no end to it, that you'll never find all the answers? Life is too short to spend all furrowed with a furrowed brow and nose forever stuck in the tome. Ah, clearly you are not a fan of natural philosophy. Still, I enjoy your refreshing frankness. There's a certain beauty to your honesty. Stay, Professor. Are you trying to sweet-talk me? What do you mean? I honestly can't tell if he's genuinely guileless or just play acting. Oh man. Come think of it, 3 people who went missing were all last seen near the inn. It could be a coincidence. Wait, isn't the inn near the... The inn is right down there, which is right next to that entrance to the right, right? Yep. It's in there. Of course it is. Let's see now. A system of underground canals runs all through this town. I don't think anyone's been down there in quite some time, though. The sewers. See it happen both in the dead end of night and broad daylight. Someone's walking by the inn. They turned the corner up ahead, and when I followed, they were gone. Vanished in thin air. Broad daylight and dead night. With that, I do believe I have all the knowledge I need to crack the case. Near the inn.
Now then.
General vicinity of the inn when they disappeared. We can say with absolute certainty that they did not vanish in thin air or some such nonsense. All hours. That's such a stands reason they were kidnapped. And the killer made use of a hidden path or passage to evade the public eye. The sewers. The entrance to sewers would seem to make for an ideal escape route. Yes, the also culprit stole underground to spirit his victims away. For what reason, though? I guess they're probably dead by now, but I believe I should have a look down there for myself. Oh, like already?
Thusly.
Professor? Hello, Professor. Hello, Tressa. Why are you shouting? I was trying to offer you some sweets, but you weren't answering me. Oh, I do apologize. Once I get to thinking about a thing, I often become lost in the world. There was a time when I was so engrossed in a book, I failed to notice that my neighbor's house was on fire. Wow, being able to concentrate like that must be super handy as a scholar. But it's probably best to be a little more attentive, especially when on the road like we are. You never know what's waiting around the next corner. Quite true, Tressa. Quite true. I shall endeavor to be more vigilant. She praised my focus, but it's nothing compared to hers when she's in the midst of a business negotiation. What'd you see? Well, it's obviously here. Wait, is there a quest?
Ah, yes.
Why, you're the person who found my dragon egg. It's me, Kai, remember? There's an old man in this town who knows all there is to know about dragon eggs. I wish I knew where he's at. I'm awfully anxious to talk to him.
Hello there.
I can't guide her. You usually break into other people's houses, do you? Not usually, no.
Ah, yes.
to you.
So she's looking for a dragon egg, but I don't think I have someone. I don't think I have a way to get that. Well, let's just head to the cave. We'll look at that. We'll look at that later. Level 24. Oh, this is ridiculous. Here we are. From the looks of it, these are aqueducts predate the founding of the village itself. There's a good chance many of the villagers are unaware of their existence. This calls for a thorough investigation. But I must be wary. For I know, the culprit could be lurking in the shadows as I speak. I will proceed with caution. After all, it simply wouldn't do if I became our villain's latest victim. There's a passage back here, isn't there? Yep. I've already fought these enemies before. Oh, there's a new enemy. Are they wind? Yeah, wind wisps.
May I have this dance? I'll do my best. May the sacred flame shine forth. I'm ready.
Ha, I guessed right.
Sacred flame shine forth.
Now, what next?
Let's do this. Well, Level slash.
Oh,
The flame guides us.
I guess by the entrance.